Okay, today we're going to tackle one of the biggest financial questions you'll ever face. What on earth do you do with your pension pot? We're going to break down all the choices you have for your defined contribution pension to make this huge decision feel a whole lot easier. So let's dive right in.
So, you're getting close to retirement. Maybe you're in your 50s or 60s, and you've spent decades building up that pension. For a lot of us, it's the biggest pot of money we'll ever have. Which brings us to the million-dollar question. What's the plan? It feels like a massive decision, I know, but you are absolutely in the right place to get started. Now, just a quick heads up, what we're talking about today is for people with a defined contribution pension. That's the most common kind these days. It's a pot of money that's grown from your contributions, your employers, and hopefully some investment growth. If that sounds like your setup, then stick around. This is for you. Think about it. You wouldn't start a massive road trip without a map, right? Well, it's exactly the same here. Before you can even think about choosing a path, you need to get prepared. This first part is all about laying that groundwork so you can make your choice feeling confident and in control. And this right here, this is probably the single most important first step you can take. Seriously, before you do anything else, the experts all say you should talk to PensionWise. The key words here are free and impartial. It's a government service, and they're not trying to sell you a single thing. They're just there to help you understand your options.
So what exactly is PensionWise? Well, like I said, it's a free government service run by an organization called Money Helper. It's for anyone over 50 with one of these defined contribution pensions. Their whole job, their entire reason for existing, is to give you clear, unbiased guidance on what you can do with your pension pot. They don't give you financial advice, but they'll lay out all the facts for you.
And to make that appointment super useful, here's a really simple checklist. First, dig out your latest pension statements so you know what you're working with. Second, pop online and get a state pension forecast. That's easy to do. Third, just get a rough idea of your other savings or income. And then, number 4, book that free appointment. It's as simple as that.
Okay, so you've done your prep, you've got your map in hand, and now you've arrived at a crossroads. This is where we get into the 5 main paths you can take with your pension pot.
And this is the really crucial thing to get your head around. You have options. 5 big ones, to be exact. You can just leave the pot untouched and let it keep growing, hopefully. You can buy a guaranteed income for the rest of your life. That's called an annuity. You could go for a flexible income, which is called drawdown. You could take out smaller cash sums whenever you need them, or you could take the whole lot in one go.
Now, this table is great because it gets right to the heart of the matter. It forces you to ask, what do I actually want for my retirement? You see the trade-offs right there. If your number one priority is a rock-solid, guaranteed income you can never outlive, then an annuity is the only one that does that, but you sacrifice flexibility. On the flip side, if you want total flexibility, then drawdown or taking lump sums are your best bet, and they also let you pass on whatever is left. And taking it all? Well, it's instant cash, but that's it. No future income and nothing left to pass on.
And here's the best part. This is a real game changer. You are not forced to pick just one of these paths. You can absolutely mix and match. For example, you could use, say, half your pot to buy an annuity that guarantees your essential bills are paid forever, and then keep the other half in a flexible plan for holidays and other fun stuff. It's your choice. Okay, moving on. No matter which path or combo of paths you're leaning towards, there are 2 universal rules of the road that you've got to know about. We're talking about tax and we're talking about scams. The first rule is all about this magic number, 25%. For most people, the first quarter of their pension pot that they take out is completely 100% tax-free. That is a massive benefit, and it's a really key part of planning all of this. So what about the other 75%? Well, that's where the tax man gets interested. Any money you take from that remaining portion is treated as income for that year. It gets added on top of any other income you have, like your state pension or if you're still working a bit, and you pay income tax on it, just like you normally would. All right, the second rule of the road is all about staying safe, and this is serious stuff. Unfortunately, pension scams are a huge problem, and they're getting more common. As the official guide says, a lifetime's savings can be lost in moments. It's just heartbreaking, which is why you have to be so careful. So what should you be looking out for? These are the classic red flags, the big alarm bells. Any contact out of the blue about your pension, a random call, a text, an email, big promises of guaranteed or sky-high returns that sound too good to be true, anyone trying to rush you into a decision. And this is a huge one. If anyone, anyone says they can help you get your pension money before you're 55, just hang up. It's almost certainly a scam.
So how do you protect yourself? It's actually really simple. Before you even think about dealing with a financial company, you must check if they're on the Financial Conduct Authority, or FCA, register. You can find it online. It's a free tool that tells you if a company is legit. If they're not on that list, you don't go near them. End of story.
Whew, we've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? The prep work, the 5 main options, and the really important rules of the road. So let's bring this all together and focus on your immediate next step. It's time to take control of your journey.
And look, it all comes back to this. The single best, most powerful thing you can do right now is book that free, impartial appointment with PensionWise. Just use the number or the website you see here. Taking that one small action is what empowers you to understand your own situation and ultimately to take confident control of your choice.
So there you have it. You've seen the map, you know the main routes that are available for your retirement journey. The question isn't, what can I do anymore? The question is, what do I want to do? So which path are you going to explore first? Because the choice, quite rightly, is all yours.